The next item is designed and invented by Joan London, and it is specific for parents and grandparents of little children. So great to have you here. I wish you were a QVC host. You're so good. But anyway, we want to tell everybody about this. It's called KinderKord. And think about it this way. It takes only seconds for a child to disappear. What is it worth to you? Is it worth $18 and change to have peace of mind if you have one child, two children, three children who could wander off and disappear in seconds?
And every parent has that story of that moment that they turned around and their child was missing. Right. You know, we've talked to amusement parks, and they say on average, the big parks, that about 100 children a day get separated from their parents. And it just sets you into panic. So my husband and I said, there's got to be a better way. And there are leashes, you know, and halters out there. And we just found them kind of objectionable. They just weren't for us. So we said, there's got to be a way to do it. So what do you want to really do? You want to hold hands.
Hold their hands.
You want to hold your child's hand. So we came up with something called KinderKord. And this is it right here. And what differentiates our product from the others is this right here. It is a retractable cord. Now you've got one on and I've got one on, and we're going to connect. And see the little connector right here? It connects together. It's got two little notches, and they go together. This is stainless steel. It won't come apart. It's got a sturdy cord on it, and the parent's cord is 2 feet long. The child's cord, you can see the band for the child is only is a bright green. That differentiates it, and it's 1 foot long. So you'll never get farther than three feet away.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want to get farther than 3 feet away. You don't want people walking back and forth through you.
Right.
But this is an extension of holding your child's hand.
We're going to show you some videotape. Talk me through this.
All right. So here's a person. Now, here, walking down the street, you can walk next to your child. You can have your other child in a stroller. You can be going through at the supermarket. And it allows your child not to be able to go over and take everything off the shelf.
Right, exactly.
Or to go underneath where all the clothes are. You can have your packages in your hand. It's that ability to be able to still... do you actually ever want to have an extra pair of hands?
Right.
That's what you want, an extra pair of hands, so you can have all your boxes in your hands, you can have your purses, your bags, and be walking to your car and not have your child darting out into the parking lot. Be able to pick your baby up out of the stroller and put the baby in the car and not have your toddler, you know, dart off into the parking lot. And you can actually have 2, 3, 4, 5 other little children all hooked together. Now, needless to say, I have 2 sets of twins.
She does.
And
two sets of twins that are 4 and 5
years old. So we regularly hook several of them on. Now, at an ATM, my husband one day watched behind a lady who, you know, put in all the numbers, and right at the point where it says, take your cash, her little girl ran out. So it was kind of like, what am I going to do? Take my money or go chase my child?
Right.
Fortunately, she had Jeff behind her, so he watched for her money, and she went for the child. Here I am in the grocery store. That's my little Kim, trying to pull all the bananas off.
Right.
But she was hooked up to the KinderKord. And, you know, a child's natural instinct is to explore.
Right.
They want to explore, and they don't necessarily want you to be holding their hand all the time. Our natural instinct as a parent is to try to keep them safe and protect them. The KinderKord kind of lets you do both of those at the same time.
Like if you're holding your child's hand, here we're holding hands now, and we both have the bracelets on. They look like watches. I mean, it really looks very, I mean, nobody's going to say, what is that on your wrist? It looks very much like a watch. Okay, and basically that's the whole idea. The parents' one has more of a gray look to it, where the child's has more, we'll show you here, neither of us could really wear the child is small. It has more of the green on it. But you see how we're connected? So now, if I decide to wander off, but she's staying there to pay, to write the check for the groceries, I can only go this far. We're connected. And then, but if I come in, we don't have this cord hanging there, we're tripping and all that because it's retractable. I just say, where were you when my kids were smaller?
Because here's the difference. You know, with the halters, there's that great big huge loop that you can trip over. Not to mention, it has to either go over top of a snow jacket or a parka, and then you have to take it off when you put them into the car seat.
Right.
Here, what happens is when you want to get unhooked, you can just unhook, put your car into the car seat, put your child into the car seat, and then you go off to your next destination, and then you just get out.
And it retracts, and that's it.
you go about your way,
Yeah.
drive to your next place, and then as you get them out of the car with me, you know, I'll take the first child out, and then I still have 3 to go.
Yeah,
I want to
exactly.
be able to hook them up and then, you know, be able to get the next child out.
I got to tell you, grandmothers, if you are
Oh,
watching
yeah.
your grandkids,
Oh, yeah.
you need this. Everybody who knows somebody who's having babies needs this. If you are a mother of 1 or more, I mean, if you're a mother, you got at least 1, okay? 1 or more. Think about this. This is ideal for malls, for airports, for city sidewalks, just like you say, getting in and out of the parking lot, grocery stores, beaches, amusement parks, all those mart stores that you might go to, field trips with the kids, if it's preschool, you name it, kindergarten. I was telling Joan, I said, of the 4 kids, we lost 3 of the 4 at different times, like just one at a time. But Ryan got lost in a department store. He went under the round rack of clothes.
Yep, that's where they go.
In 1 second, he was gone. You know, Elizabeth and actually Ryan was one. He was kind of my wanderer, and we lost him in an amusement park one time, and it was only for 10 minutes. But I tell you, those were the worst 10 minutes of my life. And it wasn't because we were negligent. I mean, literally, he was right there, and I went to talk to somebody, another adult, who wanted to chat with me for 2 seconds, and I turned back. He was gone.
This isn't about negligence, and this isn't really even about abduction or anything. This is about everyday
life.
parenting. This is about everyday life. This is a wonderful gift to give for someone having a baby, because this is saying, I want you to keep your child safe. This is about a lot of people having their grandparents taking care of their children, who maybe aren't as adept at taking care of the children all the time. They don't do it on necessarily an everyday basis, saying, hey, Mom and Dad, when you have the kids, you know, make sure you keep them hooked up to the KinderKord, because they might, you know, chat or be distracted a little bit more than you. And I'll tell you, when we took our kids to a huge amusement park, every 5 steps someone said, where did you get that? Because they were yelling at their kids, stop, you know, stay near us, stay near us.
Yeah, by the way, here's what you get. You get 1 adult band and 1 child band, and this will fit men and women. This will fit really from about probably ages 1 to 10.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so you and maybe even older, but babysitters, if your kids babysit, if you've got teenage girls or boys who babysit, get a set for them. For $18.13, you can have peace of mind. And I got to tell you, here's the key. It's so much better than those leashes out there or those other things, because this is so much more subtle but does the job. And I think it's brilliant. And I thank you so much. I think this is so cool. I love that. And it's called KinderKord. Joan, thank you so much. We're going to see her a little bit later in the show as well. But stay on the line for that. It's all part of International Women's Month. She, literally, as we say, necessity is the mother of invention. And look at your 7 children. I love it. Tell them all the names.
There's Jamie, Lindsay, and Sarah, my big ones, and Max and Kate, they're 5 years old, they're in kindergarten, and Kim and Jack just turned 4, and they're the little ones.
And your good-looking husband, Jeff.
And Jeff, who also invented this with me, absolutely.
That is a beautiful
He's our
family
camp director.
Oh, my goodness. He does. He runs children's camps all summer. God bless a man who can do that. He's got his own camp at home every day, too. Stay with us. We're going to go into time for spring cleaning in just a moment. We started with 3,000 of those sets. We have fewer than 1,100 remaining, and a lot of people buying more than one. If you want to buy more than 1 set, then you'll save on your shipping and handling. You get 1 for the adult, 1 for the child. So, and if you have multiple children, just get 2 sets, because like if you have 2 kids, then your husband can have 1 in his car or whatever. You can have 1, and then you've got 1 for each of the children. V28135. Oh, that's exciting. I got goosebumps. I love that.